I feel like any time that I'm in a room with Blaise, I'm just in a good mood. He's just a super, you are such a super low-key, chill guy, good attitude. I think you have a really good outlook on life, and I feel like that energy, like I feel that vibe every time that you come into a room.
Appreciate you. Well, I mean, same thing with you, Tara. I mean, Tara, like, you always bring that same energy on court, off court. You're the one pumping jams. Yeah, no, I mean, I always love hanging out with the women's team just because, like, of the vibes you guys bring. You spearhead that, you, Katie, and Juice are like the three headed monsters that bring the culture that everybody's jealous of. I think everybody on the guys' team is jealous of. Yeah, we don't see each other too often as we used to, at least before the pandemic. I think before the pandemic was more common, but now it's just everything's a little bit separate.
But I think when we do, I think everyone's pretty pumped to see each other. Like, I think I love hanging out with the men's team. It's just a different vibe. It's different personalities, and it's just nice to kind of break it up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we're all a big group of family, so seeing everybody together is a good thing, especially when we train in the same gym. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
So the women's team decided that we wanted to do something all together, so we all wrote down what we wanted to do, and that was my suggestion, was to go to the drag show and like Pride, and it was in Toronto, and we were all centralized and we were all there, and then that's what we ended up doing, and man, it was like...
Yeah, I didn't even think I got an official invite. I think I just tagged along. Yeah, you guys are definitely inspiring with how you guys get pumped up as a team. I think that's kind of a lot of people look like, I think a lot of teams have spoken about you guys, that you guys are always the loud ones. Yeah, I heard a lot of people say Canadian women, always pumping jams, always this. And yeah, I wish I could kind of integrate that with my team in a sense. I know, like, with us, it's a lot of individual stuff. Everyone got their own little routines. It's not all together until, I guess, warm-ups. But yeah, like, you guys just on the bus, on the way, like, to the competitions, you guys look geared up, and I think a lot of people get intimidated. I remember in Brazil, I think that was the last time we both had competition in the same place. Yeah, you guys were always, I think everybody knew who you guys were.
Well, come hang out with us anytime. Personally, I probably want people to know or understand, have a basic understanding of our classification. Like, you get 14 points on the court in international play, and you have to be able to look at your players and what classification they are and figure out who's going to be on the court, what's your strategy for
integrate that 14 points with 5 players.
Yeah, and especially like against who is it that you're playing? Do you want to play, you know, your
big?
Yeah, exactly. Like your 2 bigs. Do you want like your 4-5-3-5? Do you know, who are you playing and what makes the most sense? And I think a lot of times, you know, when I've heard commentary at the Paralympics, that's not explained, or people don't understand that. So I think that's a base of what I'd like people to know.
Yeah, and just to touch on that as well too, I think just a lot of people always ask about positions, and it's hard to explain that it's a positionless sport in a sense. It's more about the class.
Like, they'll ask if you're a post player or a guard or shooting forward or something.
And for me, as a big guy, I usually try, like, I can't really say center because I don't think I play as a center, like as a generic center that, you know, doesn't really handle, you know, just kind of in the post. I feel like you gotta be able to do a little bit of everything. But yeah, for me, I think one thing I want people to know about the sport is just how fun it is. And I think a lot of people just are curious about trying it, and just giving them opportunities to try it. I think letting people know how they can try the sport is a really good thing that can pick up off our sport.